Greetings and welcome. Thank you for joining me here at Drasier TMD. My name is Drasier and you're watching Let's Play Space Engineers Survival. Well, okay then, here we are again, looking for some adventure and excitement in the world of space engineers, and my goodness, it got dark. That's for two different reasons. Number one, the sun went down. I know, you're thinking to yourself, well, what a surprise, the sun went down and it got dark. I know, I'm as shocked as you are. But also, I have installed a mod. Yes, I said I was going to do this, and I've installed a couple of mods, which I shall read to you really quick. I'm actually going to throw them up on the screen, what the name of it is that I have listed and who it's by. So if you go to the Games Workshop, if you go to the workshop on Steam, you can find them for yourself. So I've got the plane parts mod, the HUD compass, the eyes just got clear, space just got real, camera panning, and clear camera screen. That's what I've got running right now. Woo! That's what I've got running right now. Because, quite frankly, I was getting tired of the weird vision, like there's the sort of the greyness around the edges and stuff like that. Anyway, so as you can see, I've been busy. I've been working on the rover, turn it into a bit more of a truck. I've given it solar panels, the whole shebang. Of course, the solar panels are useless right now because there's no sun. And it's going to be a long time before it comes back up again, so we've got a whole night to figure out what to do and so on. And I figured what I'd start with is I'm going to put some big lights up on the towers here and illuminate this whole area. And I'm going to build myself a plane because I have the plane parts mod and that's what I want to do. So probably going to jump ahead while I'm building up the lights, and we'll kind of go from there because really, it's not that exciting. Or is it? You tell me. Let me know. Alright, that's one rotor. Now for the other. And what we're going to do is we're going to add small heads to this. And hopefully the small head will be enough to throw the light pretty far. We'll soon see. Whoa! Oh yeah. Whoa! Oh no! Oh, I'm falling. Whew. Oh, it's because my dampeners are off, and I was using the jetpack, which was just kind of gliding me around. So quick aside, before we go too far, I took down this whole thing that I had going on up here, which I showed you before, and I actually moved the collector down here to the bottom to give me more space to collect more stone. And that's helped for the small term, but I'm probably going to end up building up some sort of system to collect more stone, either with a drill on the base or just by making a drilling rig on another rover or the rover I've got right now. I'm not quite sure which way I'm going to go yet. I'm kind of half and half at the moment, but I've thought about it, and one of the things I can do is I could probably just bring the rover up here, move some of this stuff down a bit, and just drill right into the mountainside right here. We'll get to that in a second though. I'm getting distracted. Control panel. We want to go to advanced rotors. We want to attach small head or add small head. It should be up there now. Yes, it is. Let's go see if we've got enough components to finish these off. Ooh, need lots of steel tubes, large steel tubes. What else do we need? And steel plate. Lots of steel plate. It's the problem with when you start building things for large bases. You start needing a lot of stuff, and I don't have infinite materials, so let's go ahead and make 20 of these this time. Oh. Now, here's the question. Do we want to go collect an unknown signal at night? I do have a rover, and it does have lights. So, let's go for it, shall we? See what happens. This is quite possibly one of the stupidest ideas I've ever had. Oh gosh. Yep. Definitely the stupidest idea. For a couple of reasons. Number one, I can't see very well. And number two, I am not at all used to driving rovers. I'm used to using ships. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's a mountain right there. Let's see, I think the signal is actually up this hill. And that's something I can definitely not scale. Okay, let's just go ahead and park here. Let's take the parking brake on. Oop. And we'll just fly the rest of the way because there's plenty of ice around if we need to replenish our ice stores. Why won't it let me? There we go. I didn't get anything. Now I have been collecting stuff earlier today while I was mining and stuff like that. I can't remember if I already mentioned this already. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but just in case. I went ahead and started doing some mining in between, you know, building up and changing out the rover. I also collected a bunch of unknown signals just to get the resources. Didn't get any more new... sorry, I'm totally distracted. Didn't get any more tools, but just got some random odds and ends. Additional steel plates and computers, that sort of thing. Whatever was available on them at the time. And in this case, interior plate. I'm sorry, I'll stop talking. I won't make you watch me cut through all of these. Maybe. I just felt like running. Oh great, I am like on the edge of a cliff here. Careful, careful! Oh gosh, I thought I was gonna die. One of the things I could have done, I suppose, is set my jetpack going, but I wasn't thinking. Very rarely do I think so. Backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. Cause my daddy taught me good. I'm backing the heck out of there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. No, sliding. No. Yeah. Now, one thing I think I forgot to do is put... Whoa, seriously, what is with these physics? It's like sometimes I'm driving along on the ice, no problem. And I obviously sliding, but not to this degree. This is craisins. What was I going to say? Something about... Oh, I forgot to put gyros back on my truck. On the rover. So let's go ahead and park up. Whoa, carefully, carefully. There we go. Parking brake. Dude, okay. This cough has been lingering for weeks. Weeks now. Almost a month. And it's getting on my nerves. Anybody got any remedies, home remedies, whatever, for getting rid of a cough? You let me know, because every time I get a cold or something like this, I just cannot get rid of the cough afterwards. Like, I just have a bunch of blah in my throat, and it's disgusting. So disgusting, I decided to tell all of you about it. I figure who better than to tell than my friends on YouTube, because they want to hear all about it. They want to know all about the phlegm. Okay, so let's quickly weld those up, and then we'll get back to sorting out the light system. Light system, light system. I am getting a text message. Pause. And back. I mean, you didn't notice anything, but I was gone for a while. Maybe. Okay, got distracted again, and I forgot what I was doing. I'm going to weld this thing up. Oh, no! This is not the one I wanted. I actually want just a standard rotor. Inventory full. So the Karen suit lady thing, seems to be intermittent. I'm not quite sure what triggers it and what doesn't, but for some reason, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Spare one of those. We can keep those for now. Okay. Oh, that's right, the plane parts. Okay, now, so I've got access to these already. However, I think I've unlocked enough of the normal stuff that I can kind of justify having access to these. I'm not really fussed anyway because I want it, and so I'm gonna have it. Okay, finally, those are online. I will go add the... Oh, wow. Add... Nope, I want the rotors. Add rotor head. And then go weld them up. I want small rotor heads. Small. Ugh, and now I want small steel tubes because large steel tubes aren't good enough for it. We're gonna get old trying to sort this stuff out. I'm gonna need some more of those, so let's just go ahead and do 20. And I want all those, put those back. That should be enough. Here we go. Now I know what you're thinking. Why don't you just put a large rotor on the end of this and then use large lights? Well, hopefully we'll get enough light without having to use the big ones, and the smaller ones will take up less components. That's the idea anyway. I actually want to do heavy, 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 and then the actual thing that I wanted, which is blast doors. Okay, we want that one, and that one can go there. Perfect. Oh my gosh, I'm about to run out of hydrogen, and Suit Lady hasn't even told me about it. It was only by yeah, fuel low now, thanks. Wow. That was close. Let's see, where is... Ah, I want to go to the H2 auto generator. I want to put in the hydrogen. Oh, that's right, I turned it off. The H2O2 generator uses up a lot of power. That should be enough. Let's go back in. There we go. And it used up all the ice. Okay, so we are definitely going to have to mine for ice, and there's plenty of it right here. Although I was kind of hoping not to deal with this stuff because I don't want to break the lovely little road I've got going on there. What was I doing? I was building stuff, wasn't I? It's funny how I say things like, I'm going to do quickly, and then whatever it is I'm going to do. And then it ends up taking me, in this case, almost 20 minutes. Although it won't be 20 minutes for you guys, I'll be cutting stuff out, as I said. Well, well, well. Another unknown signal. I said I was going to get all of them, but they do seem to show up with a fairly significant frequency. And then, I'm pretty sure I've got computers. Yes, I've got computers. Alright. Itchy nose, itchy nose. Itchy nose dance. Itchy nose dance. Turn that into a meme. Because you can. I give you permission. I don't care what Article 11 or 13 or 17 or whatever it's become now. You can do it. You can meme it. Just meme it. Okay. Up and running. Up and running. Here we go. Alright. I'll deal with the lights in a minute or two. First of all, we're going to go check out another unknown signal. Here we go. I'm using the gyro when I should be using the steering to turn. Ooh, one thing I do want to do. Control panel. Where are the spotlights? Spotlights right there. Intensity all the way up. Offset's not an issue. Radius is already really high. Don't need a blink length. That doesn't matter. All good. Yes, look at that. Much better. Or maybe it's just my imagination. Oh, this is steep. This is steeper than I was expecting. So one of the things about my rover design, whoa, that I'm kind of very glad I actually did was on the front of it I've got kind of like a bumper of armor that initially was just purely decorative, but it turned out to be quite useful prior to recording this, because I actually came over a hill pretty quick, got some sweet air, and then immediately how do I put this, ate the dirt like really hard and actually destroyed everything on the front. Oh, this is another one of those ones that flies, isn't it? So let's see. Relative damping? No, how do you do relative damping? I've forgotten. Oh my gosh, I can't remember how to do relative dampening. There it is, control thingamajig. Okay, so it'll do that every time I get within range, and it's just because of this particular color. Unless... Woo! Kids' pajamas welder! It's because there's a sensor in here. This particular color signifies that this one will take off once I get too near. In fact, that thruster right there, that's another metal grid. I wish I knew where some cobalt was. I could make some of my own, but I don't know where it is. Still, but that's what the plane's for. I'm hoping to build a plane so I can scout more easily the cobalt. I actually have a plan that's kind of ridiculous. I want to build a plane that has a large grid attachment, and I want to put a large grid ore detector on it. That sounds crazy, and you're right, it is, but I'm thinking of making it into a sort of a VTOL, so it's going to use plane parts to conserve energy and not have to use quite as many thrusters eventually, once I get around to it. But I'm going to make it so that it can adjust the thrusters so they can point backwards and downwards. So it'll function like a semi-plane, semi-helicopter type thing. That's my idea. Oh no! There's phasing grass! It's phasing through the pieces! Ethereal grass. Woof! Some sweet air again. And it's especially dangerous to do in the dark because what's the guesstimate on the amount of light that's ahead of me? I mean, it's not much. A few meters, if that. Whoa! And if I hit a section that's got you know, the rough patches where there's like broken terrain, it's not flat. If I hit a section like that, this thing is gonna get wrecked. Riggedy wrecked, son! Okay, what was I doing? What was I doing? Lights. Whew. So I want those to drop down at a 45-degree angle, thereabouts. 45 or maybe 50. Let's see. Where's the line? The line starts there. Yeah, let's try 50 for that one. And this one would be in reverse. What is it, 360? So 310. So 50 and 310. Look at that. I am both amazed and ecstatic that that worked out. Okay, so I'm going to actually up those spotlights as I did with the other ones. Intensity way up. Offset is irrelevant. Radius is already as high as it'll go. Perfect. Okay. Look at that. bathed in light, and if I wanted to add a couple more, I can. I might even add some around the other side. In fact, I could even change those round so those are on the inside pointing down this way, and then have two more that have an extra articulation that just kind of moves it off around to the side. Sweet. Look at this. I can turn these off here. I'm going to turn my lights off. Turn these lights off. Get out, and we're bathed in light. This is the perfect spot for me to build my ship. In fact, what I'll do is I will move... Did I not have the parking brake on? I guess I didn't. Oops. I'm going to move this thing over to this little... we'll call it the sandbar, shall we? To the sandbar. Park it. Lights. Look at that. Look at that! I am super excited about this. One other thing I'm going to do before I get started on the plane is I'm going to disassemble Johnny 5, or at least these welders and stuff. I need to put those in the correct inventory though. Let's see. You need to go from there into the assembler? Question mark? Yes. And I'm going to build better tools. Or I'm going to try to. So let's go to the production control system for the basic assembler. Yes, disassembling, disassemble all. That's going to break these down into the pieces. Hey look, we've got cobalt. And then we're going to go back to the assembling section. Tools. Ah! We literally can't build it. Let's see, what are we missing? It's the grinder, isn't it? We can't build that one thing? Seriously? We're just missing... No, that's enough cobalt, surely. Oh! No, that's the required. Yeah, that's the required, and we've only got 0.7. Wow. Okay, so in order to get better tools, we're going to need to build the assembler and the refiners, both big brothers, to get the more advanced stuff. For right now, we're just going to have to deal with it. That kind of sucks. But let's go ahead and get started with what I planned to do in the first place, which was to build a plane. And to do that, we're going to start off with a classic, the landing gear. Probably going to end up putting wheels on this thing because it's going to need to be able to land on wheels if it has to. Like I said, I'm kind of wanting it to be kind of like a Harrier in that it will move forward and be able to take off, you know, vertical takeoff. So let's get started, shall we? I would say cue the music and the montage. I tried that today. It didn't go so well, so I'm going to have to think about how I want to do that in the future. Every time I try to do something, I think to myself, it's no problem, I can do this. I'm looking straight at metal grids. Metal grids is another thing that I need that I can't use, so for now, it's gonna have to have a standard cockpit. Sorry guys, looking cool is gonna have to take a back seat to function. And by function I mean being able to function. So we need more displays and bulletproof glass. A lot of bulletproof glass. So, since we can only make 2 thrusters, let's go ahead and make ourselves a microplane. Something that's very small, very simple. We're going to put on it a hydrogen engine and a battery. It's going to need an H2O2 generator for the hydrogen engine. This is going to take some thinking. Which is going to fry my brain. Ain't nobody got time for thinking. We also want to have a little bit of cargo. I say a little bit, but I put on a lot just then. Let's go ahead and add a connector while we're at it. What is going on? There we are. Okay. I guess the hydrogen engine can go on the top. That will look pretty gaudy. I don't want to put it on the bottom in case it gets damaged. Let's do that for now, and we'll move things around as we need to and make it pretty later. I just want to get something that will work for the time being, because I want to fly. I dream of flying. I dream of it every night. Okay, that gives us the basic... Oh, that looks awful. This would have been so much easier if I could have used the standard cockpit. I had a plan in mind, but now that I'm having to use this one, it's just not going good. Let's weld up what we got. Alright, so that's the basics we need. Wings. That's going to be useful, so we'll try and maybe put some wings on, you know, maybe. Yeah, I know I've got a rover. I know I shouldn't be flying around in the dark. I know I should have my lights on. Wow! That tree came out of nowhere! Oh, what did I lose? Oh, I lost everything. Including my hydrogen bottle. I need to get over there. Well, first death of the series, episode 5. Here lies Drassir's original clone. He flew too fast, too low, and was piloted by an idiot. Gotta come in here nice and slowly. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. So we recovered all the stuff and have enough hydrogen to finish what I was doing, which was trying to recover an unknown signal, which probably wasn't worth it. Why are my lights... Oh, my lights were still not on. I could have sworn I put them back on, but maybe they switched off after I... Oh, helmet's on. Oh, it was worth it. It was worth it. One death was worth getting an upgraded grinder. Yes, I'm going to switch that out right now because I want it to be a little bit faster. Yes! Yes! It's so amazing! It's not like noticeably wow different like if I had gotten a an elite, but it's better. It's definitely better. Now I just gotta try not to die again. That would be really handy. Oh. I literally just said it. So, I don't think a death counter would be that big of a deal for me. I don't think I'm going to die that often, he says. I think there's a stupidity... If there's a stupidity counter out there, mine is already into the 6 digits. If I had $1 for every stupid thing I did so far, yeah. Whew, I would be rolling in the money. I would be Scrooge McDuck... straight diving into hills of gold, or pools of gold, whatever. Oh no! Speaking of stupid things, trash cleanup just ate my little plane. Since it just saved, I'm gonna go retrieve that, because that was a lot of resources. Oh man, if I put the engines on there. And I'm also gonna change trash cleanup, because no. Parasol and large steel tubes. Okay, so we're back to where we were. That looks so gaudy. So very hideous. I love it. I love it. Okay, so we're going to put the wings right in the middle here, I think. Let's go ahead and get our menu. Let's do 4. Set up with some basic plane blocks. Last time I went to get an unknown signal, I died, and then I undied, and then I died again because I reloaded. I'm gonna go get it. Oh, let's turn that off because that's getting on my nerves. Alright, here we go. I suppose we should come up with a name for this, this car. But I just can't think of anything. It kind of looks like an insect with the solar panels on the back there. Not that they can deploy to be wings or anything, but that's kind of what it looks like. But I can't think of anything that crawls on the ground that has wings. I suppose ants do a lot of that. They only ever fly the one time, and that's to, you know, I guess we could call it the drone. Seems a little, meh. Whoa. Okay. That's. Oh, you. Oh, guys, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I am ready to just stop because that is really annoying. It's my own danged fault for not switching off. I'll be back once I fix this. Oh my gosh. So annoyed with myself right now. After all this, I just checked the components for the wings, which I should have done. I should have seen it as soon as I selected them. One of the things they require is metal grids. I can still make a plane. I can put 2 large wings on and stick a hydrogen engine on. Oh, guys. I'm gonna have to take a break from recording for a second and maybe end the episode here depending on how far along I am. But for the moment I'm gonna stop recording. And I'll be back in a little bit, either to the outro or to continue on. We'll see. I am really irritated with myself right now. Like, I can't even begin to tell you how frustrated I am that I didn't think this through, and so on. So, see you in a little bit. Okay. So I've done a bit of thinking. Go away, unseen signal. Nobody wants you here right now. And if I had access to the rights of Eye of the Tiger, I would play that right now because I've got a plan. I did some thinking, and I'm pretty sure I know what to do. Maybe. We'll soon see. Don't say it. Don't even think it. Yeah, that was me accidentally hitting the... Oh. Mangled. Yeah. That was me hitting the Z key instead of the X key. That was embarrassing. So there you have it. I basically just took out the small cargo container, large cargo container, and replaced it with a bunch of medium cargo containers connected to a small rotor head, because that has freed up several metal grids. Alright, I've got a grand total of 8 metal grids now. I'm almost tempted just to finish this thing up, because I've got enough components to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, all directions. But I'm not going to. I'm going to do what I set out to do in the first place. Rainbow drill. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh! The sheer volume of idiocy that I'm exuding right now is mind-boggling. I've literally been freaking out about metal grids this whole time. And not only were there 4 in the hydrogen engine that I was just sitting in that ship the whole time that I could have taken at any moment, I don't need metal grids to finish the wings! Breathe. 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 Anyway, so just to make things easy, I'm going to put engines on this, but I'm not going to make it VTOL just yet. Just going to be a straightforward plane. And I'm not going to put any giant ore detectors on here either. Not yet. Okay, so let's see about putting some wheels on this sucker. Well, that's why I put this bumper thing on here, because it pretty much saved me from losing a cockpit. Well, what do you know? The champ found some iron. That's something I need. Actually, a good thing to do, since I'm here and since there's iron, would be to find out if my ore detector is... I knew it! Not all the way up. So there's iron. Is there anything else? Not that I can tell. Let's back it up a little bit. There's a lot of iron right here. That is excellent. Pretty much just drill into the side of this hill and should be able to find a bunch of it. Oh man. So it is quite likely that with two hopefully sizable chunks of iron right here, I am going to set up a base / mining operation right there, and I'm going to collect that iron because that would be amazing. The day wasn't a total loss after all, or episode, because the day is long gone. Excuse me, man, that cough is wrecking me right now. Alright, I'm going to turn off those engines. Turn off the hydrogen, turn off the ore detector. Leave the lights on because I need to be able to see. I suppose I should fix up my car. Since that bumper is what saved me from losing the cockpit. I'll paint it up later if I can be bothered. Oh man. It's a ridiculous little plane, but I love it. Let's see. I want to check and see if I can fit some... See how big these are. Oh, those are behemoth on this thing. They look they look ridiculous. Okay. I'm not going to bother with that. Okay, so 2 things. Maybe more than 2 things, I'm not sure. But for sure, the plane is done. Other thing for sure, I might get that. I'm not going to fly it tonight. It's way too dangerous, not necessarily to fly, but to land. I just don't trust myself to be able to do it without any reasonable waypoints or whatever, so I'm not going to do that. So I think it's about that time, and we'll go ahead and leave that for today. Thank you guys so much for watching and for sticking through to episode 5. If you liked this episode, again, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It helps me know if I'm doing a good job. I don't think I am, but that's my personal opinion. In fact, if you have an opinion about it, feel free to comment, because I'd love to know what you guys think. I am definitely going to head over to those iron deposits and start mining, because that would be amazing. I can probably take over some sort of machine, maybe add something to the rover to make it drill into the sides and just start mining and make a facility out of it. Might even move the base entirely, bring all the stuff over with me, because that's going to be where I make my foundation, right there, where the iron is. And then hopefully we can find some cobalt in the near future, but I mean, while I'm grounded, that's not much of a possibility. Anyway, rambling. Anyway, you all have a good one, and I'll see you on the other side.